good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Charlotte. I'm your host, Reverend Catherine Bonin, and it's my pleasure to be here with you this morning. If this is your first time here, we are delighted that you've chosen to join us today. With modern technology, we are so grateful for this opportunity to touch so many lives, especially through Zoom and Facebook, and to share the wonderful happenings here at CSL Charlotte. So please feel free to visit our website. It's cslcharlotte.org, and you can put in a prayer request there and then subscribe for our updates. We add recordings of these Sunday services every week to that website as well. So you can always watch or rewatch any one of the services there. The Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte is a new thought community living an ancient wisdom philosophy that's based on the science of mind. The science of mind philosophy was developed in the early 20th century by writer, lecturer, and philosopher Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes was a man on a mission. He studied truths from all of the world's religions and traditions and spiritual paths. He's called the great synthesizer. He developed a fresh way for us to look at ourselves and to look at the world, and then how we fit into the world. At CSL Charlotte, every philosophy, every path to God is honored, along with every race, every sexual orientation, and every physical distinction. This is a diverse community. There are many, many paths to the divine, and we know that all of them lead to the same place. You can call it God, you can call it peace, love, or spirit. Whatever you call it, that is the power within you, and it resonates in you, through you, and all around you. You don't have to leave your philosophy or the nature of knowledge that you've learned up to now. You can join us anytime. We recognize and refer to all of the Holy Scriptures, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita, just to name a few. Our vision statement is to continue a spiritual community, creating and preparing a succession of future leaders who can integrate, teach, and expose the science of mind principles, messages, and practices that strengthen our mind, our bodies, and our spirits. One of our aims is to create a high collective consciousness for everyone in this community and everyone in the world. We teach everyone the tools to do just that. So come join us as we meet every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern for our consciousness meetings. And now I want to just welcome you once again and invite you to sit back and enjoy the service as we celebrate this powerful energy that lives within every one of us. So now it's my joy to pass the microphone back to our illustrious leader, Reverend Rosedale Jones.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to CSL Charlotte, the Mind, Body, Spirit Center. You know what? In celebrating our mind, body, and spirit integration, what happens is we at CSL Charlotte love to open up with a wonderful prayer. So what's happening today is we're going to have our beautiful heartbeat come up and do that for us. That's Maureen Thurston, aka the mother of the ministers. So anyway, Mo is one of those, I don't know why I can't get serious. But anyway, Mo is one of those people who is just about loving on us a lot. She knows the needs of people that she prays for. And like I always say, if you have not gotten a prayer by Mo, then you have not put in a prayer request. So what are you waiting for? So whatever you know and whatever we know, Mo knows more this morning, right now. And as she does that, she's about to give us that prayer. So let's let her bring it in, and go ahead, Mo. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Reverend Rosedale and Reverend Catherine. So let's kind of settle just into where we are at this moment in time. And as we turn within and just take a moment to connect to that divine presence within us, I know that as each and every one of us listen to and participate and uphold the vision of CSL Charlotte and what we stand for, I know that this service meets and exceeds any expectations that we have. Everything that we hear is as if it is directed specifically at us. I know that this service runs smoothly and easily, and that each and every one of us get from this message from Reverend Rosedale and the wonderful music that's been selected, that our hearts are filled with joy, with love, and with laughter. And I call this service open and with an anticipation of wondering and watching the unfoldment. I release and I let go, and I know that this is blessed, and so it is.
And so it is. Whoa, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to introduce this person who I've been with all my life. Most powerful woman I've ever known now. What I remember when she was younger, she wasn't sure where she was going. But I got to know that one thing about her is that she never refused the call. So anyway, here's Johnny. I'm going to tell you about the woman, and this is me. So I'm going to deal with this and give you the reading called Refusal of the Call on the journey, hero journey. So listen to me. We may refuse to call. We may try to refuse the call of awakening out of fear of what we may discover. As heading towards our call on this ultimate destiny puts us outside of our comfort zone. It deviates from our normal sense of self. Our ego is still always slightly there at play. And as we try to cling on to that old self-image and that reality construct, we constantly struggle with our sense of self-worth and our self-doubt. And see, thinking that this whole awakening venture is going to be too much for us to handle. So we have this inner knowing from this moment onwards, if we just let go of our whole life, as it's going to change forever. This is often a very lonely phase, for no one is able to truly relate to. They want the old, yet the let you know that you have outgrown, but you are still afraid of the unknown. See, this leads you to yearn to help instead of being desperately in need of a friend. But what happens is there's this mentor that comes along and we begin to search for help. But not only do we do, that's not the only opportunity or the only chance we have. The people that we experience as we go for mentors are people who have a state that can help us diminish our confusion at any state, at any clarity, at any discomfort. This gives us a lot of credence and assurance. So the courage that we get from having a mentor to help us, that's the makings of a hero on their journey. So we felt so safe and happy in order to proceed into this great unknown with people guiding us on this path. They are likely to be the backbone of our whole awakening process. And ladies and gentlemen, before I tell you, and so it is, I just want to tell you that there's a song that follows this, and this song is called Rolling River God. Now, the thing about Rolling River God is when you're on the hero journey, you need something to smooth out your rough edges, because a lot of times when you're going on to be a hero, you are on the rough edges. So think about this song as we play it, and you can understand the water's running over that rough rock, stone, and then finally smooth edges. Alan, thank you so much that you would pick me up and find that I am just a little smoother in your hand, Spirit. And I am right now much smoother in Spirit's hands. So I would think that everybody would like to right now take a nice deep breath in and bring in some oxygen, opening and closing throughout our whole entire body, clearing the nervous system, clearing every nook and cranny in the body as we totally relax. And then you could relax by closing your eyes if you choose. It's really on you. It's okay. Now, when you really deeply breathe, just think about yourself as that stone laying at the bottom of the river. And knowing that every time that stone, that water washes over this stone, you are constantly knowing that you're changing. But the good news about it is, as a hero, you know that time comes with change. And you also know that change takes time. So the whole bit about the closing of the eyes really tells us to let it run smooth, let the water flow fast so that we can become even more smoother. So with that said, let's just take another deep breath and wiggle our fingers and our toes and find ourselves in our bodies, mind, body, and spirit, nicely and easily connected. So the first thing I want to do is give great thanks to this awesome platform. And Reverend Catherine, thank you so much for bringing us in on the beginning to let us all know who we are. That's a good thing. So the topic today is about the hero's journey. And I must say, it came to life with my reading. So I'm going to thank myself on that one. And Mo, I'm going to also tell you to, that was a beautiful prayer that you gave us, and it was really good. Speaking of which, Reverend Catherine and Reverend Karen and Mo and Reverend Millie are all holding the high watch today as I shout out these beautiful blessings to all these people that's watching and to encourage their lives. Because we know that there's a lot of people who really love these, and we get emails back on behalf of that and everything. So it's just a wonderful thing. So I'm keeping my heart and my gratitude for all the healings I have witnessed this week, keeping in mind of my yoga participant's husband and things of that nature, and Johnny, the young man that the son of Mary, he's recovering. He's definitely on the mend. We're holding the high watch for him. And we just got news on Friday for the Grant family. We are holding our highest and brightest light for Candace Grant's son, Corey, 25 years old. He had a seizure and he made his transition this past Thursday. So we hold the light for that. And also, I want to feel security and I want to give security and let everybody know that God comfort in all of us in all the areas of our lives, especially for those of you who accept this 1 minute prayer. As I say, I feel the security of God's protection around our entire congregation as we care for the people, the places, and things that we care for. And then that's going to give me the segue right into that hero journey, because you see, the hero is what makes things happen. When things are going crazy, not going, I'm telling you, I am so serious about the hero's journey. You see, it's my version of it, but it's still a journey. And really, what is a hero's journey? It's really a metaphor for a process, a psychological and spiritual maturation. I am so glad that I was that rough stone and I came through the process, the psychological process, the spiritual maturation, and I said yes to it. Before the hero's journey begins, a hero could be afraid of something, like I was just now. I was like, what? She got, you know, or they might be up against something that they're facing that seems hard to do. But you know what? This hero always summons that courage to move through that fear. And then one day, that hero wakes up and decides to undergo this process, this simple process, this psychological and spiritual maturation process. Powerful. Because when you are going through that process, let me just tell you, here's how the story begins. A couple of dark nights of the soul, throw in a couple of fearful thoughts, and then I can't believe I'm in this mess. And then what's happening to me? Yada, yada, yada. But you know what? Here's the truth. We came into this human experience as perfect, whole, and complete beings. We are one with the Creator that brought us into this being. And when we embarked on this human journey, we knew we were going to do this. We knew there would be some danger. We knew there'd be some challenges. We knew there might be some misfortune. But see, a hero faces that and knows they're going to have to deal with that. So when we get lost, forgetting who we are or where we came from, the truth of who we are, oh, that changes. But you know what never changes? The truth. See, the hero will sacrifice friends, lovers, and even certain jobs if they find themselves, their integrity being rocked or threatened. You see, this hero journey is about self-discovery. The hero's journey is one of a healing and very emotionally reviving journey. Again and again and again and again. Yes, no matter how many times this person is broken or in trauma or betrayed, the people who dared to confront that dark cave of their thoughts are the ones who are transformed. Transcend from that victim to the hero. Transformation is huge, big part of the hero's journey. Spiritual heroes are those who remember the truth of who they are and where they come from. We all get to recognize that truth. We can be at home whenever we go into ourselves. Wherever we go, we're home. Because that's where the spirit realm is home for us. It's just a matter of going within that spiritual awareness by home. That's home. Because, there's a saying that says home is where the heart is, but it's the truth. Because the home is right inside of us. And so the beauty of the hero's journey is anytime things are out of sync, it goes out, you just go within. You can go within in the midst of anything, any kind of problem that you can run across. It's the ability to go home from wherever you stand at any given time. It's about drawing yourself through and within yourself. That's the home I love to talk about and refer to. In all honesty, actually, the spirit realm is home, for lack of a better word. See, when we deeply embody that oneness, people around us that we find ourselves with, they feel at home in our presence. It's then that you know what you are. You know who you are. You are the hero. When you know people can be okay in your presence. When people say, I feel better that you're here. It is then that we can empower others to remember who they are as well and help them on their own journeys. The hero's journey is also that journey back to our true selves. Remember I said over and over and over again, we go through these different things. It's just coming back. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. I have to repeat that. Repetition is the mother's skill. We have to remember that because a lot of us think we're human beings. And every now and then we go look at spirit. Oh, got that backwards. We are one with this power and present, and this thing lies within us and all around us. You already know that there's something in you that motivates you, that keeps you going, especially in times when you need to fight or flight. The true mark of a hero is when they can feel fear, but still push and keep after it. That's exactly what you'll know when you're on the hero's journey. The truth is, just by being in this lifetime, we are all on our own unique journey of some kind. So the hero hears the call, and they know that they're being called by this inner being. And it says, stay woke. They don't accept any other solution but answer that call. We mentioned in class yesterday, we talked about, I posed a question that, how would you feel if you had gotten to 60s and 70s and 80s? We're living longer, let's face it. Many people are at the age of 100. So just don't keep living on and letting these things pass. And these great opportunities come by you to change things. And then when you get up there in those days, do you want to be in regret? The question woke up all the hero genes in our class yesterday. The hero genes was rampant yesterday. We said, hit me with your best shot life. You see? They know that if they don't answer the call, guess what? They face mediocrity. And guess what? Mediocrity is never an option. You see, I highly doubt that anyone will ignore another call in this class. What do you say, Alan? That power and that inner being inside of them, it lets you know, I'm calling, let's move on. Just like we just said in the reading, that we may try to refuse a call because we're awakening out of that fear that we may discover. But you know what? That means that we're just headed towards this ultimate destiny. And you know what happens? We have to go. And you know what? No matter how comfortable we are, that ultimate destiny is calling us. When we are being called out of our comfort zone, it's where we are. It is where we are deeply grateful for ourselves. And that's when we win. When you beyond that jail, that prison, that bound, and you step outside of that comfort zone, that's when spirit is there to grab us. The hero may try to hold off their sense of duty just to find out who they really are. And you know where they go to do that? They go home. I'm not talking about that physical home. I'm talking about the home in the realm, which has always been with us. We were born with the realm, and we will never leave the realm. The realm will never leave us, rather. As I said, we are spiritual beings in a human experience. So what also comes is a desire. Desire is God. Ire. That's exactly what it is. And the thing is, when you first hit any hero, when they first hit that desire, there's a degree of uncertainty, which sometimes it brings on fear. Okay, but listen to this. We begin at that point to search for some help because it's time now that we need to get help. And so there's various examples of help. So, like, for example, self-help through spiritual books, maybe a spiritual mentor, a guide, videos, YouTube, okay? And blogs. What about the internet blogs? We have so much things that we can do to rebuild, to bring those genes alive in that hero's journey. Everybody has the ability, but not everybody is going to take that call. And then Suddenly, you don't feel alone anymore when you begin to actually go after that spiritual mentor, maybe, or guide, or maybe listening to a video on your television screen. All of a sudden, that loneliness feeling is gone and you are working on your mission. That's a hero. That's a journey. That's a hero's journey. You see, true heroes know they need a guide, just like guides turn into heroes because heroes need a guide. So all of us, we're one or the other at any given time of life. Accept the guide, accept yourself as the hero, because we're all of those things. Every single character in a story, we are all of them. And a real hero knows that. So being a hero, like I said, is just not for everybody, especially when we consider how many people who are constantly violating these spiritual laws. So one of the spiritual laws that I can think of when I think of people doing that is the law of correspondence. See, what happens with that law of correspondence, it gets us out of trouble if we use it. And it's a good law, just like many of the other spiritual universal laws that we have. But at the same time, this law, what it is, it acts like a mirror. It's our circumstances mirror exactly what's going on in here. So whatever is inside of us corresponds perfectly with the world outside of us. And a hero knows that. And so they know this has to be fixed. I have to do something in here in order to get out there to look like I want it. And I'm working real hard right now to do that. Right? Or it's best for me or anybody that takes on this role to realize that if you're in the state of resistance, take that mirror and say, listen, I need to talk to you, self. Talk to me all the time. That's how I get help too. There's so many ways to get help. I have coaches, I have prayer partners, I have everything. The hero is also like this. They know how much more fulfilling the future awaits them when they're willing to go outside of that comfort zone. And then they take those necessary risks, whereas most people will run away in the other direction. I remember when I was going to be a police officer. Yeah, I really realized a long time ago I had the qualities for a leader. You know, I mean, a leader. Well, I guess the same thing, a hero, because of the fact that I will go in the direction of the harm because I just do it. Why? I know that in here is something. Ever since I was 8 years old, I knew there was something in here that I can control. I do a lot of talking to her. And she brought me to where I am today. And I'll tell you something else. Last Thursday, I had planned a fabulous webinar and I built up this vision forever. But during that day, I had gotten knocked from the left to the right with one distraction after another. And at one point, I said, well, I should just cancel this. But the other part of me said, go forward. I said, yes. But let me just tell you what happens when I say yes. Spirit is backing me. Spirit sent all of the help. And I just had to just relax on that end. And that's what heroes get. They get help. And sometimes not even warranted, ask for help. So I get a chance to do that again. No matter how uncomfortable things seem to me, I'm going to go back after it. No matter how ridiculous somebody may say, I got egg on my face, I'm going to do it. No matter how far I land outside of my comfort zone. I don't know why I want y'all to go on a conference with me. Go after it. Now that's how I understand the mark of a true hero. I love considering myself as a hero on the hero journey. I love my life. I love the people in my life. Above all, I love leading the pack in my entire family because I know that all the generations following me, are already and have totally changed the history that I have come through. Now, that takes a lot of nerve to say that. However, I'm not too concerned about anybody's judgment either. That's another thing about the hero's journey. You got to know I have something that needs to be done, and I'm the hero for my children and grandchildren. No, I'm on the hero. And you know what? It's so easy to come up with this thing called "Am I good enough?" Because you know why? The world has been taught to say no to that question. And then what happens? Most people believe it, and most people stop trying to improve themselves. Well, I was there one time, but I choose not to do that anymore. I choose to be bigger than I was, and I choose not to play small anymore. So, we can keep that crappy word called average and do whatever they do with it because I don't want it. I throw that thing to the side. We are not losing our attitude into that. So, you know what? Let me just tell you the skinny. The skinny about heroes is they know how to go home. Okay? That's what the hero is all about all the time. And as I said before, I'm very serious about my hero's journey. So now, you know what a hero's journey is now. So now I challenge you to find out where you are this week on this journey of yours. Is it a hero's journey? Or is it a coward's journey? Or is it a fearful journey? You be the judge of it so that you can fix it. You know, all you got to do is going home. The home I'm talking about is that place where healing opportunities lie and they manifest 24/7. The true hero uses spiritual practices to allow themselves to feel at home as a metaphor. So when you're home, it feels like you're in a realm that you can choose inside there. Your vision can be whatever you want it to be. Because see, as spiritual beings, like I said, we know where home is. That is our retreat. So when I think of home, I think of a quiet and rested place where I can know where all my people are, my friends are. But you know what? All I got to do is bring them to my mind in that realm, in my home. So I just want you to realize that home is where the heart is. And I'm going to play a song right now for the home. And you just got to understand. Think about the hero's journey when you hear this song. And this song is Home by Stephanie Mills. God, she said, home in mind. We search inside our hearts to find a womb full of love, like yours, like mine. It's in here. Oh, my God, I can't even say more about that. So anyway, let me give the mic back over to our beautiful and fabulous Reverend Catherine.
I need to unmute myself. There we go. What a joy it is to be on this journey with you, my friend, Reverend Rosedale, and everyone here at CSL Charlotte. And now it's my joy to invite the assistance of this community so that we can support CSL Charlotte in preparing for a succession of future generations and future leaders. This community is really all about integrating, teaching, and exposing the science of mind principles. And the donations that you can make to support that effort can be made through your time, through your talent, and through your treasures. You give not because you feel the need for community, but because you want it, because you want to be a part of this community, and you want to step into the flow of good in your life. Here on the screen, you see a picture of our website, and you can go there to cslcharlotte.org and press the donate button where you can make your treasure donations through credit card or check. You can send a check to CSL Charlotte and to the address here on the website. You can also make donations through Zelle and Venmo, and you'll find all that information right here. And now I'd like to invite you to recite the affirmative giving affirmation with me as we prosper collectively and individually, as we take care of ourselves. We know that all the good action we take blesses this entire community and it blesses each of us. And so this way, through these blessings, we'll have this community in full operation always. So join me now in saying this affirmative giving affirmation. Prosperity and abundance flows from the law of circulation of giving and receiving. As I give to the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte, I give of my time, my talent, and my treasure, which opens the path to my grateful return of good 7 times or more in my life. I am grateful for the universal power that exists, continuously open the path for all prosperity and abundance that we all receive. And I now prosper. And now, just taking this into our heart, close your eyes if you feel so inclined, and let's move into that sacred garden of the heart, where home is. Let's feel that presence of home and our place in it. And know that everything that we need is right here, right now in this moment, because that infinite power and presence of love always provides. How grateful I am to feel and know this connection, that all I need do is turn my attention to this place within me where home is, this place where I am connected, where I am one with the one. And I know this not only for myself, but for each person here. It's as simple as that. Turning attention into that place of home, that garden of the heart. And it's here that I feel grateful, so grateful for all of the good in my life, for this community, the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte, for our illustrious leader and my friend, Reverend Rosedale Jones, and that strong leadership that she provides to allow every one of us to return home, to those spiritual tools and practices that this philosophy provides that also supports each of us in that journey. I'm grateful for each person who has said yes to giving today of their time, their talent, and their treasure, knowing that it serves this entire community and it serves the world. I know that this blessing not only supports this community, not only blesses the person who gives, but it blankets the entire world. I see it covering this world with love, with abundance, with joy. And so it's from this place of gratitude that I release my word, grateful for all of that good, knowing that it goes forth and multiplies, grateful for all of the many, many blessings that show up on this journey. And with that full heart, I release my word, calling it good because I know that it is. And so it is. And in this place of deep gratitude and appreciation, I pass the microphone over to Alan, who will share our announcements and opportunities.
Thank you so much. And wasn't that an awesome message? Like talking about the hero's journey and about finding our way home to ourselves. And so now is the time for our opportunity this week. And please feel free to visit our homepage, cslcharlotte.org. And you want to visit there often to find important updates, announcements. And the same thing with Facebook. We're also on Facebook. So we ask that you like, comment, and share our Facebook post with all of your friends. And this is what our website looks like. And throughout my spiel, I'll keep referring to the More tab on the top right-hand corner, because there's always more to find at home. So during the week, we invite you to stay informed and connected. Visit cslcharlotte.org for all of our important information. And while you're there, we ask that you subscribe, so you can sign up for email update at cslcharlotte.org. Complete the form at the bottom of the page and check your email updates often. And while you're there, throughout the week, and while you do your shopping on Amazon, you can click on Amazon Smile. It's another easy way to donate. And each Tuesday evening, we have our weekly consciousness meetings at 6 p.m. to join to experience phenomenal shifts, demonstrations, and manifestations. We use our collective energy of good to encourage, demonstrate, and develop spiritual practices. And we also provide affirmative prayer for those who need it. And I've been there. I've attended a few times, and it's like a support group. Like if you're struggling during the week, or if you have other family members, we all gather around to each support each other and hold each other in the light. So I really highly recommend that you do yourself a favor and attend. So visit cslcharlotte.org, follow the consciousness meeting and events link under the More tab to sign up. And we're also having our certificated class, Spiritual Economics. And we've been meeting on Saturdays at 2 p.m. And I've been attending this class, and I've really been enjoying it a lot. It's changing the way I just think about money. Also in the past, I was afraid to get more organized. So now the spreadsheet, Rosedale is a really good coach for all of us. It's a small, intimate class, so he kind of pushes me a little bit, and makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm really grateful for it. And we still have a couple more classes left. So visit cslcharlotte.org, follow the certificated classes under the More tab for additional details and enrollment. And we have some new events. We have a support group titled Morning After Morning, and it will meet starting tomorrow, Monday, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's led by Reverend Millie Forsberg. Reverend Millie is our grief specialist, and throughout the holidays, some people struggle because of anniversaries of deaths in the family, or suddenly they got laid off from their jobs, or just difficult circumstances. So if you're one of those people that could use a little bit of a helping hand during the holidays, then do yourself a favor and join us on Mondays. And after that, on Tuesdays, if you like writing, we have a brand new poetry club titled Heartbeat Poetry Club. And it meets on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I know you'll have fun because Horace and Karen and Melissa have been meeting for a while. And I hear Horace talking to the computer and telling jokes and having fun. And so if you enjoy writing, I know you'll definitely enjoy it. So visit cslcharlotte.org, follow the Heartbeat Poetry Club link under the More tab for more information and to sign up. And if you're out of town on vacation and we have the holidays coming up, so if you miss one of our Sunday services, they're available on replay. They're available in audio and video formats, and they can be viewed at any time. So all you have to do is go to cslcharlotte.org and follow the Sunday services video or audio links under the More tab. And we also recently launched our new prayer program where after the service, you can get one-on-one attention with a practitioner. So if you desire to get a little bit of encouragement or a supportive person after the church service, just stay after the church service, and our breakout coordinator, who is Deriva this week, will match you one-on-one into a private breakout room where you can spend time with the practitioner and get the support that you need. And also, as usual, we have our prayer request tree. So do yourself a favor and send in a prayer request. Go to cslcharlotte.org, follow the prayer request link under the More tab, and write and fill out the form. And Maureen will be more than happy to help you. So Maureen, please give us a report on how many prayers we have so far.
We have got 342, Alan.
Awesome.
Yes, it's good.
All right. All right. And all right. All right. One more thing. And one more thing. We have two birthdays here. Um, yeah, we have two birthdays in the house. And I made a little surprise. So bear with me for a minute while I work the tech. Uh, here we go. Uh, Happy birthday, Rosedale and Karen. There we go. And now I'll finally pass the microphone over to our fabulous leader, Reverend Rosedale.
Oh boy, that was too cute. That was just too cute. It was just so, oh, thank you. Thank you, team. I know you're all were behind that one. That made my day. I'm telling you, that made my day. Thank you, everybody, for being so sweet and good and just always, on spotlight with us, just taking care of business. And, we had a little technical issue here where the reader had lost, everything, power or something, and I had to catch in. And so that kind of threw me off. But everybody was so patient and was able to listen. And then I got that. So now so I'm zen, so that's really good. So anyway, Alan, I'm kind of thinking here that, the first thing I want to do is I want to just really thank our great team for all of the wonderful things that you do. I thank you, Reverend Catherine, for getting out here every single week and just making sure, every time you come and just making sure you are here with us. It makes me feel good and really honored. And also everybody that's on this platform today, just doing a fabulous job. Alan with the music and everything just went so well. So remember, just like Alan said, at the end of this service, we're going to be having the private prayer. So make sure you do that because Reverend Millie is going to lead us all into that after I say, see you later, everyone, and after I say goodbye. So anyway, before we close out, let's remember ourselves as being that stone in that beautiful rolling river, which is God, because Spirit is the conductor of water. And just see yourself as that. See yourself as that wind that's running through to push that water along sometimes. Just envision yourself to do all of these things like that. They help you to really, really return back to your peace. And it really does, And the next thing I want you to think about is home. When you go home, inside your home, your personal spiritual realm, think about that because on this particular holiday season, a lot of people have different ideas of what home is. Some people are dreading going home for the holiday season. Some people need to do that. And maybe the home I'm talking about that people maybe want to get into is the home inside of you, because that's the hero's journey. Go get juiced up, go get recharged. And so that's good. And so I want to wish everybody with this last song a beautiful holiday season, whether you're going home in a physical home or whether you're going to the home within yourself. So with that being said, let's have this last song just before Mo prays us out, this Thanksgiving song. Happy Thanksgiving, CSL Charlotte, to all of you. Now, that being said, I am looking for Mo to pray us out.
Thank you once again, everybody, for all of the creativity that you brought forth here today. So as we close out this service today, I know that each one of us goes through the rest of the day and through this amazing week with a heart that is filled with more joy, with more love, and with more appreciation for the gifts that we have within our lives. no matter if it's a furry friend or the spouses or children or nieces or nephews. Our lives are enriched every day. I know that we step forward with a lighter step, with a clearer mind, and an openness to not only give, but to receive our best and highest good. And so as I release and let go, I invite us all to just lock this in for each one of us by saying, and so it is.
And so it is. Yay, everybody. So all of you guys on Facebook, we love you, and we just know you know that you can pop in here if you choose, and have a great rest of your week, and happy Thanksgiving once again. I can't say that enough. And at this point, Reverend Millie is going to, oh, and before I say to Reverend Millie, I will say to everyone here, I will see you on the next round. So everybody have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your holiday.